Are you part of a nonprofit organization, a youth group looking to raise cash for your cause? Stay tuned at the end of this video to learn how you can bring the action and excitement of the Millennium Wrestling Federation to your town live, featuring the superstars and legends of yesterday, today, and tomorrow.
Join WWE and Mattel's efforts to help the Make-A-Wish Foundation by purchasing this John Cena WWE Celebrates the Heroes action figure exclusively at Toys R Us for a limited time. This special edition figure was designed by Wish Kid Alex from Los Angeles. Partial proceeds will benefit Make-A-Wish's wish-granting efforts around the globe. Get your Cena figure today at Toys R Us stores nationwide and toysrus.com.
This is Mick Foley.
This is Harley Race.
This is Shelton Benjamin.
This is Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff.
This is the Monster Abyss.
And this is Daniel Bryan.
This is JBL, and you're watching the MWF.
Be there live.
Wrestling fans around the corner, around the world, welcome to another installment of Wrestling Insiders. I'm Dan Maratti, along with Barbara Corcoran's dance partner. She wants to get in the tank with the Shark, John Cena Sr. Johnny, how are you, baby?
Never going to happen because I don't dance. So
It's not what Betty said.
And if I were going to dance, Betty and I are done. You know what? I may ask for the first dance with Nicole. Now that she's on Dancing with the Stars, that would be
with that.
What? Oh, bad man.
It's a great coup. We'll talk about that for a split second. Great coup for Nikki Bella to wind up on Dancing with the Stars. It's a show that will be seen by many more folks, non-wrestling fans, and will be tuning into Raw or SmackDown. That's good for her.
Okay.
She got a big reality show, and
okay.
I don't know how that well, I'm not. No, you know what? We'll go off the rails with that too. I don't know if I'm in one of those feisty moods, Johnny.
You mean,
feisty.
Why am I never on Total Divas or Total Bellas? Why don't they invite me on the show?
I'm
just throwing gas on the fire.
I'm getting close.
I'm just throwing gas on the fire.
I'm getting close, Johnny.
I hope everybody knows I'm just throwing gas on the fire.
Because you know what I thought about what happened in Orlando.
WrestleMania 33?
Yes, you know what I thought. I shared my thoughts with you about that. I think while we were still at the building, I could not believe my eyes. But anyway, I want to talk about one of the lovely, fine ladies in WWE, woman that I knew a little bit before she went to WWE, one you knew very well and have some experience with. We're talking about the woman over your right shoulder, the boss, Sasha Banks. She is maybe not unhappy, to be politically correct, but a little confused about what's going on in her world in WWE right now.
It's a rubber ball with that girl.
What's that now?
It's a rubber ball with that girl.
What do you mean?
Champion, non-champion, going to make you this, going to make you that. I wonder if she'll stay.
Well, here were some of the quotes, Johnny. Can I throw these at you?
Please.
Sasha said, "We kind of always knew where we were going in NXT, so it helped me prepare and think about it ahead of time, about how I can make this better. But when I go to Raw, it's legit like I have no clue what I am doing, so I don't even know what to prepare for. I get handed something and told something, and I'm like, okay, I have an hour to get, okay, let's just do it. Honestly, I wish we had the opportunity to know what we were doing in the next 3 months. Oh, maybe you'll have a tag match, maybe you'll have a promo, maybe you'll have this random match that doesn't make any sense, or who knows? Maybe you'll just sit in catering, who knows? None of the WWE superstars know what's going on when you see Monday Night Raw. We're all surprised, and sometimes we're confused, and sometimes they don't even follow through with a storyline." Now, if you were Sasha Banks, would you be saying that on these podcasts?
So would you say, respectfully submitted, I resign, Sasha Banks? Because that's pretty loaded. That's like throwing, remember the comic books when you turn to the very back cover, the guy was kicking sand in the other guy's face? Wow, that's loaded. Unless that was written for her and they told her to say that, she's really opened the door to some really harsh criticism.
Do you think it's fair to say she's frustrated?
Frustrated, upset, concerned. I think that Sasha came in, did a good job, did what she was supposed to do, but like other talent, creatives changed.
Well, granted, she's only been on the main roster for 2 years, Johnny.
Well, you know, my big complaint has always been that they brought the NXT people up too fast and put them over too quick. I really believe that. You need to pay your dues in this business to get what some of these people think they ought to be. You know, I mean, we got this big Jinder Mahal match coming up with with Mr. Michinoku.
No, Mr. Nakamura,
Yeah,
Johnny.
whatever he
Shinsuke
is.
Nakamura. Whatever he is.
All I know is sushi is good.
But, Johnny, we're talking about the boss, Sasha Banks. Over with the fan. I'll tell you this. I can say what I want about the women's matches. The fans get up and go to the bathroom during them at the arenas live. The young girls absolutely love Sasha Banks. Love Sasha Banks. They've made Barbie dolls of Sasha Banks now at Toys R Us, if you want to pick one up, along with that limited edition John Cena Make-A-Wish action figure that we continue to
I have several
promote.
of those.
Did you?
I have
still
several.
have to get one.
I have several. The only reason I got those was I'm doing a wrestling show Sunday in Connecticut. Wish on Wheels. It's for Make-A-Wish.
Oh, wow.
I do it every year down
I
there.
heard you have a big autograph session Sunday, too, in a local baseball card shop.
We're going to see what happens.
We'll
with
see
that.
what that,
I'm going to
yeah.
do that. Only they're friends, and I can't wait to do it. It'll be kind of fun.
Good.
I'll bring some Fabo Pop
You have
down
some good
there.
friends that'll be there with you.
I'll bring, who's that? Oh, Tugboat.
Tugboat, Gangrel, I think, is going to be there with you.
Gangrel's going to be there?
Yeah.
Wow, I just heard Tugboat.
Well, maybe I'm wrong. It wouldn't be the first time.
Boy, news travels fast. How did that travel out that quick?
How did we even get talking about
How
this?
did you get that news? I don't even.
You know, I talk
I
to
just found out
everybody.
about it this morning.
Even when I don't want to talk to people, I talk, and I just...
Who'd you talk to find
I
that
don't,
out?
to be honest, I don't even remember. It was last night. I had Gary Michael Cappetta on the horn for over an hour. He's excited to be joining us on Memories and Legends
When
on
is that?
October the 6th.
I don't have that on my calendar.
Well, I think we need to update that calendar, baby. Your executive assistant here in the MWF,
I don't think
Mr.
it- I don't-
Sam I Am, will have to update it for you. Enter it into the...
I don't think I'm going to be here on the 6th.
well, we'll have to negotiate. We'll have to see
I
what
don't.
what
Anyway,
contractual
another story
obligations
for another
you might
time.
have.
Let's move
Exactly,
forward.
exactly.
Let's
We're
move
talking
forward.
about Sasha Banks, Johnny. It is an uncomfortable situation, perhaps, at this point, for someone to be knowingly that unhappy, walking. Maybe not unhappy isn't the word. Maybe frustrated.
Then ask for your release. You know what?
Do you want to walk away from that kind of money?
You want me to tell you something? You know, I guess I'm a different kind of a person.
Mm-hmm.
Money is not everything to me. Happiness is. When your feet hit the floor in the morning to go to work, you want to say, I can't wait to get there. Not that this is nothing but a hodgepodge mixed match. Nobody knows what they're doing. Boy, how to spit in Vince's face. That's a real slap in the boss's face.
No pun intended.
Yeah, really.
Well, Johnny, you got to look at it like this. If all the talent feels this way, and they feel like if they utilize more wrestling minds as opposed to non-wrestling people they bring into this creative environment, if everybody feels that way, do you think that there is some reality behind it? Do you think that it could be a better wrestling product if they tapped into the brains and creativity of these wrestling talents they have under contract?
Such as?
Everyone on the roster. I think they would have a better idea on how to utilize their character than these writers that come and go. They don't have much longevity with the company. They're not wrestling fans to begin with when they come into WWE. Why not use the wrestling people that are on the road 160 days a year, so to speak, and tap them for ideas on how to best utilize their characters? Of course, you're going to need a creative department to come up with matches and to produce the television shows and whatnot, but in general, the verbiage that's created for the promos that are scripted is not very good or effective. And I just think you would see a better overall product week in and week out if you had more wrestlers and wrestling people's input. I can understand the frustration of a Sasha Banks for certain.
I guess my answer to that is not all of these individuals that you're talking about have the necessary knowledge or experience to do that type of creativity. A lot of these people need to be told what to do and how to do it. Remember, it's a production. And having been involved in that production, I can tell you
You're a main eventer. You're one of the very few people that's main evented events at the Boston Garden with two different promotions.
Well,
how many people can really say that? You, of course, were involved in the main angle with the John Cena Booker T match that involved Randy Orton the night after SummerSlam 2007, where you were kicked like a dog by Randy Orton. Say, there they are, baby. Get the shine on the stitches. And then, of course, the big Millennium Wrestling Federation interactive press conference we had with Shelton Benjamin prior to Soul Survivor 7. You were, of course, featured in that as well, Johnny. Very few people can say that, outside of maybe someone like Hogan. He did it with WCW.
Well, brother, let me tell you.
No,
He did it with WCW and WWE.
I was honored to do both. But my whole thing is, you know, when I hear those kinds of comments, that says that you're unhappy in your job. I think that you owe it to the boss to go in behind a closed door and sit down and say to Vince or Paul, Triple H or Stephanie, I have an issue. Where is this all going and where is it going to end? I think it's your future. You at least have a right to know that. Now, if you're that unhappy with what I'm hearing, and believe me, I think the world of this young lady. I did some indie work with her.
You brought her to the MWF once.
I must say that when
I
was in Webster doing a show with her, and she was going to kind of quit pro wrestling, and I said, don't do it. There's a lot behind you. You've got a lot to offer. And then next thing I know, she's in the WWE. She's an outstanding athlete. She has a good feel for this business. But if you're not
a true fan of the business, unlike some of the women
she really
they bring
is.
in, a true fan of the business.
She just doesn't get in to play the game. She really has fun doing it.
Correct.
And is really a fan. But if you're that unhappy, why are you still there?
Well, do you want to walk away from your dream job? Look at Big Show. He laced them recently.
But you know what?
Making the same type of statement. So she's not the only one. If it's the majority, I'm not going to put words in everybody's mouth, but if it is the silent majority, do you run
Dolph Ziggler's another one.
Do you run into a problem you had in 1995, where eventually the inmates are just going to take over the asylum? If every wrestler has had enough and is fed up, there could be a problem there, Johnny.
I don't think so, only because you have now the NXT. You have a backup plan. So who's going to leave? Who's going to run? Who's going to run? Who's going to leave?
What if everybody did?
Well, then you know what? I don't think it's the end of a promotion. I think that, you know, if everybody decides to up and leave, who knows?
Or not maybe that, but maybe just put their foot
How about
down.
if Vince turned around and said, I'm selling the production?
Wait, wouldn't that, well, we could get into a whole story
that might
about
happen.
that.
You never know. Billions and billions are worth billions.
Could you imagine what a non-wrestling entity would do if they bought corporate WWE?
If Sasha thinks she's got problems now.
And everybody, not Sasha Banks.
No, but
everybody.
I'm just saying. You read her comments, so why not stick with the subject? I just think that, you know, maybe it's a work, maybe it's a shoot. I have no idea. All I know is that she's a great performer. There are a lot of great women performers in the WWE. There's a lot of new young talent in the WWE. But again, I'm a firm believer. If you're that unhappy, how much can she make on the indies? Gee, Cody Rhodes doesn't have a problem out there making money on the indies.
Yeah.
He wasn't happy and left. So the fact of the matter is, you know what? Either you back up what you're saying, and God rest my father's soul, he always used to say to me, if you're going to pull the gun, make sure you're going to pull the trigger.
All right. Well, I'll ask you this, Johnny, before we wrap this segment up. Do you think perhaps that WWE may be a little reluctant to fully get behind her like they are with someone like Charlotte and Alexa Bliss because Sasha is frail? She's not thick. She's, you know, a very slight, slender woman. And she has had injuries. Do you think that could perhaps make WWE a little reluctant to go full throttle with her?
You know what? If you got a performer that's going to make you money, Daniel Bryan was very thin and frail too.
And look at what happened to him.
Thank you. But if she has got what it takes to make it work, then use it while you have it. I'm not a fan of Charlotte Flair's. I'll be right up front with you. Alexa Bliss, what she got? The looks and the body. That's about it. You know what? I'm going to stop because I'm going to get myself in trouble. Natalya is a great kid. I think Sasha's a great performer. Too bad Bayley is out. See, I know I could strike a nerve. I just have to get the right name.
Yeah, when you go through all of them, you'll usually find one.
Yeah, well, I'm not a fan, but I'm just throwing it out to you. She's a moneymaker, and she's willing to get out there and break her ass for you. And you know what? Let it go.
Go with the horse while you can,
Amen.
in other words.
Amen.
All
The
right.
race is on.
Well, the race is on indeed. The lovely ladies of Raw and SmackDown. There is a very thin roster, so to speak. There aren't a heck of a lot of spots. Right now on Raw, Alexa Bliss seems to be the chosen one. Fair to say?
You say so.
Until we speak again, folks, for the fabulous one, Mr. JC, I'm Dan Marotti. You and yours, be well. The Millennium Wrestling Federation's 15th anniversary tour begins this fall and rolls into 2017 throughout New England, down the East Coast, and into the Carolinas. If your nonprofit organization is looking for an interactive, turnkey experience while putting the fun into fundraising, you've met the perfect tag team partner. MWF offers a variety of packages for groups of almost any size, from our live events at the Boston Garden, the Kowloon Entertainment Dining Complex, and the legendary Suffolk Downs, to high school gyms and function halls. We've presented live events everywhere. Since 2001, the MWF's mission has been simple: keep the kids off the streets. Under the leadership of President Dr. David Reese, we bring the superstars of yesterday, today, and tomorrow to your town, not for a quote-unquote wrestling show, but an event that features action-packed in-ring wrestling, autograph and pose photo opportunities, question and answer sessions, and much more. It is the best of sports and entertainment. The week of your event, we can add on to the endeavor with anti-bullying campaigns, library meet and reads, youth sport concussion seminars, and more. Our live events are fit for fans of every age, from 5 to 95. This fall, as part of our new Kids Club program, we offer live event experiences exclusively for the youngest of fans. On the flip side, we can also produce a tailor-made event for fans of an older demographic as well. We work with you every single step of the way to get the word out to fans near and far, on our local television offerings, and to over 50,000 fans and growing on our social media platform. Your success is our success. If your group has had enough of boring candy bar and wrapping paper sales and has the energy to team with our passionate fan base, bringing the MWF experience to your community is the answer to put smiles on faces while raising cash for your cause. Contact us today to get the ball rolling for your custom-made event that you want to bring back year after year. Don't just take it from us. Here are folks we've teamed with in the past.